SA, look alive. It's you and me, kid, live on YouTube. Let's get it. Here we go.
Let's do it.
Did we witness an epic team up this summer? LeBron, Steph, and KD led Team USA to gold in the Paris Olympics, reminding us of their greatness. Now, while in Paris, the three sat down with the NBA and discussed their reign over the league and who's got next. Take a listen.
We sit on our own mountains in this world of basketball, and we want to continue to keep building, but at the same time, you see the guys that are coming up and building their own place in the game as well, and you appreciate that about the game. You know how hard it is to sit on that peak and mountain that you're on as well, you know? So it's a matter of continue to give back to the game and continue to see where the growth of the game is going, but also realize, like, I built up my place here too, you know what I mean? And it's pretty cool knowing that we get respect from the younger generation, but they want to get up to where we are too. So, you know, but we're still working, we're still here, we're still grinding, and we still want to be who we are for as long as we can.
SA, how long do you feel like the OGs run the NBA?
Well, I think you can make a legitimate argument they're not necessarily running the NBA now. Phoenix is struggling. LA is struggling. Golden State is struggling. What level of postseason noise are they really going to make? You look at Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, you expect Oklahoma City to be there. You look at Ja Morant, you know it's possible they're going to be there. Jokic and Jamal Murray, and even though they're not, young studs or whatever, they're still studs. There are people in the way of all three of those guys. They're treasures to the game of basketball. They're incredible ambassadors. But what people get lost in the shuffle, in the end, Jordan wasn't what he once was. And Kobe wasn't what he once was. And Shaq wasn't what he once was, etc. But they were losing when they were those guys. When they were on that level, the level that LeBron and Steph and KD can still be on the court, they weren't fading into oblivion in the first round or playing some play-in tournament or something tantamount to that. That wasn't happening. And so as you look at it, it's not necessarily their fault. But you got to look at the organizations. You got to look at what they're plotting and planning. You don't want to hear Steph Curry talking about, don't make any drastic moves, it is what it is. Like, it's going to be okay if we just go along to get along, but we're not necessarily championship contenders. You don't want to see LeBron James, not intentionally, I'm certainly not accusing him of that, but pat statting where everybody's talking about his numbers, but the Lakers are hovering just below, just above 500. You don't want to see a Phoenix Suns team that's incapable of winning games whenever Kevin Durant can't play. And even when he can play, he needs both of them, Booker and Beal, in order to win games. When you're that great, there's expectations that come with that, and we want to see these guys playing well into May.
Yeah, let me ask you this quickly. And your point about this upcoming postseason is poignant, Stephen A. I do still feel like those three are the draw and the face of the league at this point. But who do you think are the next big three?
Well, Wembanyama can't be ignored because even at 7'5", his skill level, his ability to shoot and put the ball on the floor, and his fervor for the game, he's going to be up there. My favorite is Anthony Edwards. I think Anthony Edwards wants somebody. The man to shoot 42% from three-point range. He's improved his game and his shot. And that was on top of the sensational game he had before all of that. Anthony Edwards is special. And when you think about a superstar, remember, we're not talking about just their talents. We're talking about cats whose box office. That's the only reason that we look at LeBron and Steph different to KD. His game is right there with theirs. But they have a box office appeal and a mystique to them that Kevin Durant doesn't quite measure up to, just in terms of popularity. But when you look at Anthony Edwards and you think about the future of the NBA, I got news for you. That brother right there, he will not disappoint. He is worth the price of admission, and he will let you know it before, during, and after. And that's what we want. And last but not least, I'm thinking Ja Morant.
Yeah.
I know he's only played in 24 to 41 games thus far this year. But even when he's not there, because you know he's not out for the season, Molly, and he's going to be back, you got Memphis being a top 5 and a top 5 team, both offensively and defensively in terms of efficiency in the NBA. They're a top 3 team in the Western Conference. A couple of years ago when he was healthy, they were a top 2 team, top 2 seed in the Western Conference. Ja Morant is special, and he is back, and he is coming. I would say those are my 3.
Especially with that dunk we saw on Wemby. And speaking of Wemby, Stephen A., did you see this? So Victor Wembanyama did a jersey swap with a young NBA fan. How cute is this picture, first of all? After dropping 19 on the Nets. Now, less than a month later, the jersey is listed on auction with a starting bid of $10,000. This hurts my heart. Wembanyama responded to the news with a crying emoji on X. Where are you on this?
I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed. I mean, listen, you did that for the kids and their parents. You know that kid ain't auctioning it out. It's the parents that's doing that. And I see something like that, I would be very reluctant as a player to swap my jersey with a kid, especially not knowing that they'd have parents that's looking to profit off of it. I mean, that kid is a memory for a lifetime for the kid. And you're going to go and sell the jersey and auction it off? And I'm not in anybody's wallet, anybody's pocketbook. I can't talk about what their financial state of affairs are like or whatever. Maybe they really, really needed it. I don't know. Yeah. But my attitude is if you're close enough to get your son on the court with Victor Wembanyama so they could swap jerseys, chances are you're probably not that in desperate need of the money. And to me, it's not something that should have been done. I don't like it at all.
Yeah, I'm with you 100% on that one. All right. In other news that we've discussed earlier this week, so last Sunday, A.J. Brown spotted on the Eagles bench reading something we've never seen during a live game before. Listen to this. Since then, the book he was reading, it's called Inner Excellence, is up 53 million% in sales and topped Amazon charts at number 6 this week. I'm not going to lie. I'm intrigued, and it might need to be added to my cart. Stephen A., you wrote a book, Straight Shooter, New York Times bestseller. I've read it. Which athlete would you recommend read your book?
All of them. All of them. I'll leave nobody out. I'm serious.
I'm gone. I'm literally gone. You and Tatiana can take this. I'm gone.
Okay.
Bye.
No problem.
See you.
Sorry.
You're so
Goodbye.
Stephen A. I can't.
Everybody. Why not? It's straightshooterbook.org. That's where you can go to find a book. Everybody should read it. It's very motivational and inspirational for what I'm talking about.
All right, First Take weekdays, 10 a.m. Eastern. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Have a great day, everybody.